Good evening, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to Paris for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the live stream number 2 of the new DLC. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm glad I had a good Friday. It feels like Saturday, strangely. It's really weird at the minute, although my days all kind of blur into one, so I suppose it doesn't really matter for me. But I hope everyone has a good day. So we're back this evening, carrying on from last night's first look at the DLC, and we actually left it quite a good point. So we'd actually achieved both the clues for the first assassination. We did both because I wanted to make that choice, plus I like to do everything that we possibly can. So to then leave one clue undone didn't seem right. So for me it made a lot more sense for us to actually go in, do everything, make a decision afterwards. But if you played the DLC, let me know how you're finding it. And I also let people know in the Discord earlier, we will have some daytime streams next week. We're thinking Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are the likely ones. I'm not sure of start time just yet, but we'll hopefully be able to do some daytime streams next week as well. Which will be obviously longer, which I think is always a bonus. Perfect. So YouTube have changed the customization side of all live streams by the looks of things. It's all a little bit different. I thought it'd make things simpler, it doesn't. But there we go. Right, YouTube side done. Let me just do my usual thing. I might advertise actually, to be fair. We don't normally, but I might actually do it today. Good evening, Lisa. How are you? My back-wise, yes. It's definitely a bit better than it was. My ankle-wise, no, it's causing me no end of trouble. And it's not... The worst thing is my ankle. You know what it is. It's CRPS. Thank you for the like, by the way. Much appreciated. Which is chronic regional pain syndrome. And it's not a constant pain. It's a weird feeling along with pain. Thank you for the like over that. Was much appreciated. But yeah, my back is twingy, but nowhere near as bad as it has been. But yeah, thanks for asking. So I'm trying to type something out at the same time. It's obviously I struggle to type and talk. Weirdly. That's that. I'm going to do a little bit of advertising now. I don't normally advertise evening streams. So I'm just doing a little bit. How are you today, Lisa? Let me know if the sound's quieter than normal. I did some voiceover for a Mass Effect video this morning, and I kind of forgot what setting my microphone's normally on. I think it's correct, or it might be one down than normal, so let me know if it is a little bit lower than normal. Alright, I am just about done. I don't normally do this in the evenings, but I just thought I keep being moaned at for not trying to push the channel more. So I'm getting fed up of being moaned at by people. It's gone part of other Discord channels, and I know they're doing it in a good way. Because they keep telling me we should have loads more subs, and it's me. I just don't advertise. As they keep reminding me whenever they've seen the stream after we've streamed, and then they'll say, well, why didn't you post it on Discord? Why didn't you tell us? So there we are, we've done it. Right, let's load in. Good, I'm glad you're good. But yeah, so we'll carry on. So yesterday we actually finished off by getting both clues to the first assassination, so as soon as we're in, we have a choice. Which way do we fulfill this assassination? Also, rebel missions, we failed one yesterday because we didn't actually go and do it. I thought we could have it set, and then when we're ready we can go and just clear it. Happy days. It seems they're not time limited, but the people you have to go and deal with move, and obviously they're not in the place they should be, you fail. So you've kind of got to decide, right, we're going to do a rebel mission now, set it up, go and do it. You can't leave it and hope to do it on your way to somewhere. That's the way it comes across. We still need to do one. I'd like to see how they play out. And obviously, infamy level, I want to see how that goes. We also haven't seen any rewards for rebel missions. I haven't seen a shop. I'm assuming Pierre you can buy stuff from, but you need to gain the infamy level. And from what I'm realising, the infamy level is basically how well known you and the rebels are within Paris and France, or Francia. That's where the infamy level comes in. You're nearing the end of Assassin's Creed 3. You're not going for 100% thing, so it doesn't take as long. Okay. How have you found it? Have you enjoyed it, Lisa? And what is your plan next? That's the important question. You're gonna do what we plan to do ahead of us, or are you going to something different? Yeah, the 100% sync for us, I'm not looking forward to. Replaying some of the missions. I think with better weapons and stuff, won't be too bad for some of them. But the one where we have to take out the 2 guards before the enemy kills one of the bodyguards, I don't know how we can do that quickly. Although we could, because we can fire. If we have dual pistols, we could in theory shoot 2 guards, run for the guy. But I don't know. It's something we'll have to look at the time. But yeah, there's a few. The 100% synchronization is going to be probably the most difficult part. The one thing I miss with Assassin's Creed 3 while doing the DLC to this is the loading times. For an older game, the loading times for Assassin's Creed 3 are brilliant. Valhalla, on the other hand, are horrendously long. As you may have just told there, to be fair. But there we go. It's my little moan for the evening out of the way. There we go. Right. No plan after that. I usually take a little game book for them. Okay. That's not a bad way to do it, though. At least you don't burn out or anything and you enjoy what you're playing. That's the main thing. That's always the important side, isn't it? Is enjoying what you're doing. And not getting burnt out. Whereas me, we've playing constantly recently, but only because it gives me the opportunity to be semi-normal. Right. We've got a decision to make, and it's how we approach this church for the assassination. What we're going to do, I'm going to do the viewpoint first. Once we've done the viewpoint, we need to make this decision. No, I like the idea of only doing a few. To be fair, before I was hurt, I wouldn't finish many games in a year, because obviously life takes over. Yeah, we wouldn't. My gaming habits have completely changed since being hurt. In a good way for me, I personally think. My other half might say differently. Although she is happy that I found an outlet, at least. But yeah, I wouldn't normally do many more than that, to be fair, in a year. I wouldn't have said. Okay, we're just going to quickly grab this viewpoint. Just while we're here, it just makes sense. And then we need to make this decision. This is a wall to the outside of Paris. It's a long wall. I don't quite know. If you compare this to modern day Paris, I'm not too sure what's what. to be honest. I'm not massively au fait with France. I've been to France. I've been to France quite a bit, especially when I lived in Germany, but I'm not massively au fait, especially historically. Right, so we've got decision time. How do we do this first mission? So we have the... Okay, so the viewpoints helped us because it's got all these other places up now. All the ones flashing. We now know are there. Obviously, France and things like Paris in there. I want to do the main mission and then we'll see what the storyline takes us. It might be we do a rebel mission. Let's have a look at that. You plan on playing Assassin's Creed 4, but might wait until we get it. What did you say yesterday about the order to play next? Was 4 the one we're going to do after 3? Was it something else in the middle? So I told you I'd lose track really quickly. I know we talked about it, and you were saying do all the American ones first, which I completely agree with. But I can't remember for the life of me what we said, to be honest, which I'm massively apologetic for. I'm bad like that sometimes. Useless bits of information I remember really well. And then, yeah, useless bits of information I remember really well, but there's normal everyday stuff. Not a chance. It's really weird. Rogue first. So Assassin's Creed 4 is which one? I lose track of which ones are which, to be honest. I know we're actually not doing much gameplay at this point, but Assassin's Creed 4 would be... Black Flag. Ooh. Yeah, Rogue I remember, and it's definitely not that long. I do remember Rogue. 4 is Black Flag. Right, cool. I've already got it. Like I said, I paid for the deal on PlayStation Plus. If anyone's still interested, I think it's to the 18th. And you get Syndicate, Unity. I can't even remember which ones we got. I know, I'm doing well today. Does that mean I need... I'm trying to think which ones we got. We will get some gameplay in a minute, don't worry about that. Where is the deal? Syndicate. So we got Black Flag, Unity and Syndicate. Oh, that's a good shout actually. That means I need to actually get... Rogue then, don't I? For some reason, I don't have the games I thought I had, I don't have. Oh, that's interesting. I can't buy Assassin's Creed Rogue. Oh, I can. It's remastered. £25. Right. That's the plan. Obviously, we've got the DLC Liberation first. Rogue came out at the same time as Black Flag. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure I played it. I want to say I played it. I'm pretty sure I have. Whoa! I didn't mean him to do that. I was hoping to jump down into this hay bale, but we've got to jump down 2 bits and then go. Right. Let's actually do some gameplay. But yeah, Rogue. Rogue is still £25 even now. That's madness. Right, we've got 2 entrances to pick from. We've got to decide which way we're doing this. We can go to the front gate and use the word to get in, or we can use the key to the northern gate. That's not a bad. So it doesn't matter if we wait to play Rogue, we can play Black Flag first. Okay, that's interesting. What we'll do, we'll make a decision. Obviously, probably when we start Liberation, because by the looks of it, I don't know where all my Assassin's Creed games have gone. I've had loads of them, and they've all disappeared. Obviously, I can't really look that much at the minute, so. I need to have a look, because I should have it. Otherwise I'm going to have to pay £25 for it by the sounds of it. Which is fine, it's not an issue. That's why we do the articles. It pays for the gaming. Right. That is one hell of a memory to know that Assassin's Creed 4 is set around 1715 and Rogue is 1750. So in theory, Black Flag should be first. What about the modern day story? Which one leads from Assassin's Creed 3 and Liberation? That's the interesting question. Right, I think the northern gate is the one to the left, I believe, and the front gate is this one. What do we think? Northern gate or front gate with the watch? So we've got a key to the north or watchword to the front. That's the choice we need to make. There is some armour nearby. There's also a key just there. You don't remember Modern Day and Rogue? No, I can't think either, to be fair. Okay, so what do you want to do, Lisa? Should we go for the front gate with the word? Or should we use the key to the north gate? What do we think? If there's anyone else in chat, feel free to help me decide. We got both the clues, so we had the choice. So walking through the north gate seems a bit brazen, even with the watchword, because that north gate is where all them guards are. Well, the front gate, sorry. So all the guards are situated. So it does seem very brazen just to walk in. Whereas obviously the north gate is probably it's probably more stealthy, to be fair. North gate sounds just as I'm saying it, you've typed it. Cool. I think we'll go north gate. Unless anyone else wants to put a vote in. Yeah, just as I was saying, it sounds more stealthy. I don't like the idea of walking through all them guards, giving this password and hope they don't spot the fact that we're not from Francia.
If they see me, this will get messy.
Right, he's put his hood on. Not a fan of the hood, but we'll take it for the minute. And obviously we want to be stealth. We've got to try and assassinate Englewin. So that's the reason we did both clues, because I wanted to give us the choice. Right. We want stealth. Stealth needs to... Oh! Okay. Reach an assassination target. So if arrived in an infiltration area, Bishop Englewin can be found somewhere within. There are always multiple ways to reach and assassinate your target. Explore and problem solve by following the clues within the infiltration area. So although we've got the clues to get into the infiltration area, inside the infiltration area itself are other ways, other clues to get closer to your target. And look out for assassination events, which are stealthy ways to get closer to the target for a dramatic assassination. So basically, you want a dramatic assassination. I think just to kill him normally would be a bit boring. So yeah, dramatic assassinations 101. It's a distrust area, so again, we don't want to be seen. There's a key over here. It is very Unity, isn't it? That's where I think that's where they've kind of gone for. Right, there's a guy with a key, which I would love to get off him, but I guarantee it's not going to be simple. Obviously, if we get seen, it's probably going to cause us an issue. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to that guy who's got the key, because there's guards here. There's only one guard. Oh, he's only one guard. We might be able to grab that key. I'm thinking grab the key.
Hey, wait!
Okay, this guy actually had... I didn't see this guy was a guard. Well, I'm nearly dead. I'm dead. I am dead. I completely lost track of controls and didn't go very well. Let's try that again, shall we? I don't know why, completely lost track of controls, and then I couldn't do anything. I couldn't think how to heal or anything. That was horrendous for me. I badly apologise. It's just completely blanked. So yeah, it's not as simple as just getting the clues to get into the infiltration area. Once you're in the infiltration area, you've then got to find other clues to get close to your target. But Lisa, you're absolutely right. Very Unity style. We did say when they first said about this in the game, they seemed very old school. And yeah, I like the idea. Obviously, we haven't done a complete one yet. It'd be interesting to see how it plays out. the thing would be to always aim for dramatic assassination. A normal or boring assassination by walking up behind him and killing him with a hidden blade would be a little bit boring. So we definitely got to aim for these dramatic. I like the fact they call them dramatic. Hopefully they are. Right, we're back in. So we have one guard there. No, he's actually walked off. The guard that was there has now walked off. The guy with the key is over there. You heard the enemy detection. Yeah, it's definitely not brilliant. They are very quick to spot you. I would say that. I haven't had the issues through walls that other people have got. I know Super Colby or one of his friends had issues with being spotted through a wall, which obviously is far from ideal. We've not had that issue, I would say. Right. Definitely going for a more stealthy option. But we can just walk straight up here. There is a way across. That guy's got a key, which interests me. But getting that key, there's a chest there as well. There is a couple of... Oh, there's a guy in there we can talk to. I'm assuming that's a guard in there. No, he is, because someone can talk to. Who's this one? Let's speak to this guy, see if he'll give us a hand. Gotta aim for the dramatic. Just to see how it plays out.
Yes. I don't know. I want to be close to God, but those screams don't seem right. Does it seem right to you?
Your deliverance ritual. It is with Englewin.
Yes. He does it alone.
Oh!
I'm next in line, and I don't think I want this.
I could take your place and see Englewin for you. Then you could leave. Tell me what I must do.
You need a robe. They won't let you in without their special robe. Then, you go down the corridor and talk to the priest.
Give me a robe.
My robe? But they gave me one, but I didn't put it on. I left it somewhere around here.
I will find it and take your place. You should leave now before they call for you.
Right, yes. So we got to find his robe.
You're right.
And then we're going to walk straight into Englewin.
I'll go.
That's a dramatic. So assassination event unlocked.
Englewin didn't say anything about this. Why are they screaming? What do they do in the basement?
What's this in here? What do they do in the basement? There we go, we've got the robe.
Well made.
So we need to equip it. So by the sounds of it, the Bellator's robe is a disguise, which obviously... hang on. So the perk of this, it allows access to the basement of St. Guinevere Church. Killing a target causes fear to witnesses up to 10 meters away. Fear is a perk. You don't want to. You don't want to participate in weird screaming rituals in the basement. No. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's a bit weird. Let's read the parchment. Yeah. The screaming from the bottom, from underground in the basement, it doesn't bode well, does it, for deliverance? Deliverance, child of God, do you struggle with sin? Do you want to walk more closely with your Saviour? Would you like to know and understand your Heavenly Father's plan for you? God Himself has made the way. Come to His altar, seek out His goodness, and find your own deliverance. I'm curious to what they're doing to people. We should be able to just go and speak to this bishop downstairs and be allowed in. That's their assassination event, I think.
I need to find Bishop Englewin. Do you know where he is?
If you are here for deliverance, you have a long wait. My brother has been upstairs waiting for hours now.
Right, we need to find our way then. There's kids learning. I'm assuming I can't skip the line. No. So where else do we go then? We've got the robe. There's a guy out the back with the key. I wonder if that's the key we need, because there's a chest in there as well. What's over here? There's something over here, actually. I can't hear the screaming as well. Ah, this would be the basement. This looks like the basement. Still can't hear the screams yet. I'm assuming timing may have to be perfect on this. Right, this is the person I think we need to speak to.
I see you are ready for the ritual.
I'm curious what the ritual is. But yeah, the screaming
Take
doesn't
this
bode
key.
well.
Prepare your heart, and when you are ready, enter through this door.
Take the key, prepare
The
your
bishop is
heart.
waiting for you.
Definitely unless you're an assassin. Right. Let's do this. I want a dramatic execution as well. I've got a feeling.
Welcome, traveler.
Your eyes are covered, yet you see me.
Justice and innocence are both blind, yet see more clearly for it. Find them, light the way, and see the treasures of God. God is light, and in him is no darkness at all. The way through darkness to your deliverance is clear when it is lit by God.
It is a riddle. The way to deliverance. That must mean Englewin.
Okay. So the way to him is clear. We need to light. Ah, we've got to light these. Okay. I'm guessing we need to light these things at the side before she lets us in. How many is there? It's just the two. There is a locked door there. Yeah, it looks like we're lighting both of these. Light the way.
That is one. The nuts and lights. There must be another.
There is another. It's just here.
That is two.
Justice and innocence light the way.
So I won't take
Without
torch
them,
off.
we are blind.
She's opened the
Naked
door.
you came from your mother's womb, and naked you will return. Enter here now, naked and alone.
Well, for a start, we're not going to walk down there naked. That is what she's suggesting. So the riddle was you had to light the torches before they'd let you in. I think Englewin's that green bit over there. There are guards down here as well. Which tells me that this won't be simple. And obviously we know they're doing something to these people than do screaming. So that tells me there's probably a lot more to this.
Englewin.
There's Englewin. He awaits his next guest. We've got to still keep a distance. The guards will still attack me if we get too close.
Another soul for the day of judgment.
But we have, if we can get to be the next person in line, we will get his whipping in.
This disguise may not be convincing up close. I should keep my distance from the guards.
Sorry, I'm just clicking on delete. I saw he was just whipping the guy on the floor there. So we need to keep a distance from the guards because the disguise isn't enough to convince them all. We also need to get and be in that place for this unique assassination, this dramatic assassination. He just whipped the other guy. Right, I've got to find a way down then, I think, without the guards obviously getting to me. So, my thinking is, got to get past this big guy. Lots of loot around. There's also something here, what's this? Okay, this is the instructions for deliverance. So wear your official robe, you will not be permitted to see the bishop without it. There's an acceptable covering for your righteousness, without which you cannot enter the sanctified chamber. Robes are available on the upper floor. Prepare your heart. You will bring yourself before Almighty God and his minister, who will brook neither deceit nor duplicity. When it is time, present yourself to the deacon at the centre. At the entrance to the bishop's inner chamber, he will let you in. You may not leave until the ritual is complete. Guards are there to ensure your obedience. You will be asked to remove your robe, thereby revealing yourself fully before God and his holy servant. Kneel in the ritual water and wait for the deliverance to begin. Arrangements have been made for you following the ritual. That doesn't sound good, does it? Arrangements have been made for you. Now, I don't know how close we can get to the guards. It did warn us that obviously our disguise isn't enough to fully convince every guard. Bishop is there. We need to get to there. I might actually whistle. I'm just thinking we need to take this guard out.
Only those who know God can truly know beauty.
It hasn't told me to, no.
God, we must suffer.
I can't remember what button and whistle is.
And is it so?
That's helpful, isn't it? No. Why can't I whistle? I cannot for the life of me think what button's which. That's scan. How would I normally call my horse? It's not letting me whistle either. Unless I'm not allowed to in here. I'm just thinking we need to get past this guard. We need to get to that centre part. Now I could just walk and hope he doesn't spot me. I've done what I said I was going to do. Right, here we go. Let's do it. I've just kind of...
You must enter the pool. We cannot begin until you are cleansed.
We're
by the
entering.
ritual.
Right, we're going to enter the pool. Thanks for the like, those much appreciated. Yeah, I don't think you need to unequip your armour. But supposedly, the robe is enough. Although we were told we'd go in naked. Which obviously is going to happen. You'd think he'd know by the armour.
Come. Do you know why you are here, child?
So he's looking down. He can see our chest. He knows our armour.
Yes.
You have been chosen for a great honor. Yet being chosen is only the beginning. What we do now won't be pleasant. Remember, the Lord has said, unto whomsoever much is
This better be dramatic for all
of
this.
him shall be much required.
Yes, I remember.
Others showed themselves unworthy, as you have seen. My hope is you will fare better.
I will.
Your confidence speaks well of you. Once we begin, we cannot stop. I will not heed your cries. Your soul depends on it. The devil will not
I don't know if I need to press a button, so I'm trying to be prepared. We understand.
Yes, I understand.
We may discover in the pain there is a delicious pleasure. God himself grants it as a mercy to aid us in the struggle.
I can honestly say, pain is not a pleasure.
Now, make yourself ready. This robe. And do not leave the pool until I grant you leave.
We're not
I am
disrobing.
to be unclothed.
Do not be concerned for modesty. Once you comply, my guards will leave, and we will be alone for the ritual.
Oh, okay. We do need to get unrobed. Do we just do it? He said the guards would leave. So do we unrobe, or do we refuse? What do we reckon? I'm thinking we just go along with it. Hidden blade. Although we wear it over, don't we? If you're going to do a plan to assassinate someone, you've got to follow it through to the letter, don't you? You have to really follow the plan. And if we refuse, surely it's going to blow our cover at this point. That's kind of my train of thought. If, you know... Good evening, Kathy. How are you? I'm not too bad, thank you. My back's slightly better. My ankle's just annoying. But yeah, we're good. We're getting there. Slowly. What an important junction. And I don't know what one to do. So, we've made our way into the Englewin's chambers. Ready for deliverance. We found a guy who was a bit conflicted because of the screams he heard from the basement. So we've taken a robe of his to wear, which we're allowed to do. Got our way in. And now we need to decide whether we get naked or we refuse. And I kind of think if we refuse, you're kind of ruining the plan. You're thinking go along with it. So do I. I think, why would you have this grand plan to then go, actually, no, put my hand up, don't want this? It wouldn't make sense, would it? Right, we're going to disrobe. I'm hoping this is the right... I don't know if this is the right decision, wrong decision. I don't know what's going to happen, so we'll see.
Very well.
Guards, leave us.
I think that might have been the right decision. Surely he's going to know who we are looking at us now.
Very good. You have made the correct choice. And now, we will begin.
Originally I thought, accent, he's going to know we're not
I
friendly.
beseech thee, this free will offering, O Lord.
Assassinate. That was our dramatic assassination. Okay, that was pretty dramatic. The water for deliverance is now stained with his blood. They said that you aim for dramatic assassinations, and I'll give you that. That was pretty dramatic.
He had a key and a strange crest on him. I should find a way out of here quickly before he is discovered.
Well, we need to find a way out. Obviously, I would like to clear. That's a seat, so we're not going to get that's to kneel, isn't it? We can blend in there. I don't think we need health. No, health is full. I don't know how long we have before the guards come back, but I also don't want to lose out on loot or anything like that. I think, though, we've actually gained it all. So there's lots of ways to hide getting in here. All I can hear is the ribbiting of the frogs as well. He had a strange key on him. Right, our way out is back up where we came from, by the looks of things. Just trying to make sure we don't miss anything, really. There's a bit over here.
It's more than just greed. Englewin is gathering a war chest.
There's a little bit to this, then. Father William, I expect a complete collection of thrifts by week's end. Instruct your men not to skip the northern quarter again. I'm well aware of their lazy indiscretions. Next time the short will be taken from your own wage and yours. Do not tally any of the coin. I forbid it. I will make full accounting of it once it's delivered to me. So yeah, he was really squirreling the money away. Right, I believe we've got everything in here. It's now time to leave. He doesn't know either. The accent might have tipped him off. It was Norse, but you could still be a Christian. Tiff is a religious tax, yeah. I did know the meaning, I just didn't think straight ahead, but yeah. I did not see, he saw us though, didn't he? Because he was with us when he attacked the town. He attacked the town and we were there, and he told his guards to kill us too. But then he may not have noticed, maybe. Right, so we need to find what the key unlocks. I'm assuming it's the door we couldn't get into before we came down here.
It's been too long. We should check.
I can hear soldiers.
To be quick. The
Guards are coming. This is the key. Unlocks.
A lot of wealth.
Wow.
Englewin would make a good raider.
This is all the wealth Englewin has squirreled away. By the looks of it. I don't know how long we have, obviously.
Must have some meaning.
He's also got a strange symbol. Yeah, that's why I kind of thought he'd recognise. He may not have done. At the moment, he may not have completely recognised us. I thought once we took the robe off, and I did think the Norse voice, but you're right, I suppose you could be Norse, but still want deliverance. It does make sense in that regard. Isidorus, I am unhappy to report that despite my most careful subtlety, the king remains resistant. The blame for this can be placed entirely on the Queen. Her presence alone is enough to end any conversation. What little headway we make is undone as soon as he consults with her. Charles is altogether too weak-minded to move beyond her influence without our intervention. I believe our only recourse is to remove her. The King will then be laid open to our council. It will not be an easy task, but not more difficult than our recent success. A Queen is not greater than a pontiff. I have taken the liberty of sending a small scarra of our most faithful brothers to intercept thee. All. So they're planning, by the sounds of it, to kill the king's wife because she's stopping them from doing their plan. That's an interesting take. So it sounds like the king isn't massively au fait with what's going on. Are we... I don't know. Is there anything up here? There's a door there. So I think that leads out, to be fair. We've still got to investigate the bishop's chambers, so there is more here. Which means it's this we need to move. Okay. More wealth. Well, if we didn't have enough silver, we do now, but these are lots of clues to what Englewin was doing.
He seemed at war with his own thoughts.
So Englewin was plotting, from what we can tell so far, to take out the Queen so the King would listen more.
Charles and tells of the attack on Milan. It was
Okay.
to be sent this night to a brothel in the tavern. The King must be there now.
Okay. There's another clue we're missing. Must be. What's that? What? That's a sort of weapon.
Now this is new.
We have a scythe. We have our first scythe. Now let's have a look at it. Obviously, don't get too excited. We'll have a look at it. Obviously, we said we'll use armor and weaponry from the DLC. Every time we gain something new, we use it. That's the way I've always done it. I was just thinking skill points. We've got 2 to spend. Ability damage, melee damage, health. I'll take the health. I know. I was aiming for the skill. The skill is the one I was aiming for. I like the fact we passively regenerate health. I thought it was quite a good skill to have. Right, on to the scythe. Now, my issue with this is it is a two-handed weapon. Once we find it, it is here. It's the Scythe of Revolt, the prized tool of a reputable farm leader who turned it into a weapon the day he turned rebel. So, it's got a really good stun. A peasant's weapon, really, but not too uncommon. No, yeah, they were made for cutting crops or grass. You swing them; they're quite difficult to swing in a motion to actually cut quickly and efficiently. I've used one a long time ago. Someone I knew had one, an old farmer guy that I knew, and he had one from God knows when. And yeah, they're not the easiest thing. Once you get a rhythm going, it's not too bad, but they're not easy. The perk: increased speed when surrounded by 3 or more enemies. The bonus endures for 5 seconds after it is no longer active. So we get an increase of 20 speed if we're surrounded by 3 or more enemies. That's an interesting little perk. Thank you for the like, whoever that was, much appreciated. Right, now we've got a choice. Because I'm not a fan of two-handed weapons in one hand, I think it looks uncomfortable and unrealistic. If we equip this, it means we have to take off our axe, which I think is probably the way. I think that would be the way to do it, because I think without it, it's going to look weird. And it's the first time in game we've not had a shield on. But I think that would make sense. We can upgrade. Since we're going to be using it, best upgrade. I think they would reposition this blade for battle though. Yeah, you would think they would, to be fair. I know what you mean. In a battle, a scythe, I would have said, would be better for cutting off people's legs, because it's that kind of height that you're swinging at. Let's take that. I'm just grabbing. To be honest, I don't really look at runes. I just grab some to make it more pointy. To make it more pointy. I get what you're saying. I just like the fact it sounds so basic, but yes, that's essentially what you do. But yeah, it's for realism purposes. The scythe blade deals bonus damage. Okay, I've unequipped the shield. It's now using it two-handed, which is what I wanted. I think that is one hell of a scythe though. To use it with a shield, I think would look stupid and unrealistic. There's a soldier here. No, there isn't. That's a door. Okay, we need to get to we've got to get to the brothel under the tavern to see the king, by the sounds of it. The pointer stick is the most used weapon. I completely agree, it is, yeah. It's also the most effective weapon in the whole of history, to be honest. Okay, I think we're all good here. There's a cat. We're not... So that was a secret entrance in by the looks of things. I'm going to unequip the hood, because I can't stand the cloak. Do we... It's a DLC cloak, isn't it? I should really keep it. I'm in two minds. But yeah, I think it's a big scythe to carry on your back, isn't it? We were talking about yesterday about the oversized axes. But I think that's just probably as bad, to be fair. The guards are bothering with us. So we're looking for the brothel under the tavern. We'll use the scythe until we get something new. I like to use whatever weapon we gain during our play, so we'll try it out. It's going to be weird not having a shield. It's the first time I think for the whole game I've not had a shield equipped. So it's a bit different. I'm still in two minds about the robe. I don't know whether we should go back to the one we had to start with or not. This is the tavern. He supposedly is under the tavern. Speak to the lady. She's showing us the brothel, or she spoke French. I know a little bit of French, but didn't quite understand what she said. I think she said, "Come this way." Could be wrong. Ah, so she has a shop. See what she sells. Oh, so she sells all the other stuff a normal shop has. That's interesting. Always buy titanium while we're here. Nothing else. I don't see the point in buying anything else. And obviously no weapons. And the runes are generally not worth it. We can get. Has she got anything different? Longship cosmetics. Okay, we don't bother with cosmetics. We try and stick to what we know. We can. We're good. So I thought she was leading us to the brothel. That didn't quite go the way I wanted it to. Right, we've got to find our entrance to the brothel. And it's under here. So, what is this way? Oh, I think we found it. I do think the scythe looks too big on his back. And yes, it is probably it's a little bit oversized for what it should be, I suppose. Yeah, I think it probably is a little bit oversized to what it would have been. Why is there someone here? We're looking for Charles the Fat. There is. Oh, we've tried this.
Who are you?
Bishop Englewin sent me with word for the king.
Did he now?
So we found this door before.
Send you with the watchword?
We did. The messenger. Oh, the message urgent. I want company. No mention of watchword. We've got more. We've got enough charisma, so we'll use the charisma to get through.
I have an urgent message for the king. If he does not receive it, I will be sure to tell the bishop why and who.
You are one of his northern spies, I suppose.
I will say, so far,
stand back.
It's not as simple as running in and killing loads of people. Explore the. Right, we've got to find the king. But yeah, it's not a simple case of just running in and killing everyone, as it normally is. You've definitely got to think about things a little bit more. What's that? Okay. Discretion and a guess. Ladies, business has picked up with a threat of northern raiders just outside the city. We've been busy, but that's no reason to start calling our guests by their true names. So don't call your guests by their names. They demand discretion, and it's your job to give it them. Regular guests have given us the names they prefer to be called, and they've written down here. Keep them in memory. So these are all the names they've been told to call people. Bastion, Phantom P, Aldebert, Gol, Bow, Bull, Bow, Ebbles, Frederick, and there's one name missing from the list, and you all know who that is. Him, you are to call by the name Lutwood. My pronunciation will be completely off, except when in chambers. Then you can call him by his real name, and you answer only to Richardis. Okay, interesting. Why is there someone crying? Right, well, we've got a list of names. We're looking
holy queen. You are sinner and saint.
Are they petals on the floor?
Sir,
So this is this is our first meeting with Charles the Fat, by the sounds of it. And he's obviously in a brothel, cheating on his wife. We know Englewin was trying to get his wife out the way because Charles won't listen to anyone but his wife, which is probably right. Behind every good man, there's an even better woman. That's the saying. And if my other half's in earshot, it's completely true. That's a strange scene, isn't it? Why's she got to have it on like a nun?
Are you real? Oh, what are you? Another Diablo?
Not an enemy. Not yet. I am Eivor of the Raven clan in England.
Nun fetish. I suppose someone had to say it.
A northerner, by the look of you. Why do you disturb me? Where are my guards?
We didn't kill him.
Your guards are not coming.
Is this the moment we
Bishop
regret
will
not
not be
killing
joining
him
us either.
whilst we're here? If the game goes south, we had the chance.
Englewin, you've done me a favor, northerner, though you don't know it. That bishop was an unholy annoyance.
He was plotting to kill your wife.
What is it you
Not that
want?
I don't think you worried too much
The
about that.
soldiers strike at Norse villages. Their attacks grow more common by the day. You make war against us without cause.
Without cause? This is my land. A kingdom established by God.
I like the fact he's in bed and he's still got chainmail on. Chainmail's quite heavy.
And devils, a scourge I am called to cleanse. My cause is God himself.
And also, he's in bed, chainmail on. He must be worried the women with him might, try and kill him. And his crown. I suppose you would. If you were king, you would still have your crown on at every opportunity, I suppose. Right, we've got a decision to make. I am not concerned with Francia. Francia belongs to the strongest. A war can be avoided. Now, I said this yesterday when we had a choice to make. And it was a concern about Ivor and his growth through Valhalla. So when he started off, he was very hot-headed, wanted to fight. And over time, I feel, through the story and that kind of thing, he seems to be less about fighting, more about finding a peaceful resolution. He's a lot more diplomatic than he used to be. So I think Francia belongs to the strongest would be going backwards, because he's not fussed about Francia. He doesn't want to take Francia. He's just trying to protect the Norse people that he's come here to help. So I think war can be avoided, because Francia will have a lot more troops and soldiers than the North have. That's the big thing. And to be clever about it, you wouldn't go into battle with less than half the amount of troops that the enemy has. And I think, judging by it, they're undermanned massively. So I think we'll go for the diplomatic stance. But I think that's kind of how he's going. Francia belongs to the strongest sounds like might is right. It's basically saying, but it's mine if I want it kind of thing, I can beat you and all this kind of stuff. And Ivor's not like that. He hasn't been throughout the whole game. Well, kind of at the beginning, although he wasn't, because obviously he wasn't in charge of the clan. Now he's trying to do the best for his people. So I think war can be avoided.
War is uncertain and dangerous.
Obviously, I don't know if there's pluses and minuses. Decisions do change the game, the storyline.
War is war. But you mean England. Oh, yes. I understand you, Diable.
He thinks we're the devil.
You came to plead for your own neck.
I came to make an agreement to save many necks. Perhaps even your own.
You murder your way into another land. And you think to stop me driving you back out with negotiation? I am a king. You are a godless invader. Who are you to parley with me?
I am one who might have killed you already, yet you live.
He's got a point.
Perhaps this is opportune. What do you think? Could it work? It might work. There is something I require.
There's always something.
If you accomplish it, I will be more open to consider your proposal.
A deal within a deal. How like a king. What is this task?
My queen, Richardis, has been
so we knew about this. We knew they were trying to take her. The church was trying to take her away from him because they think she holds too much power over the king.
My spies tell me she was taken by those belonging to a zealous faction within the church.
Yeah.
I know nothing more.
See, we've read the letters.
You don't seem overly troubled by her absence.
Marriage for kings is more often a matter of politics than of the heart. In any case, I doubt she is in danger. And you can be certain I want her safe return.
If I do this, you will agree to leave England in peace.
Peace? That is a strange word in the mouth of an invader. But again, you presume too much. Do this, and you will have earned a place at the negotiation table. Nothing more.
When we next meet, it will be with your queen, to discuss your ambitions for England.
As you say, Diable. God will make it so. Now, you must excuse me.
I don't think too much of him, to be fair. He basically, back in this time as well, though, kings and queens weren't in love with each other. They were generally put together for political reasons, for treaties between countries. Right, there is something up there. It's a chest. Let's grab that while we're here. So I'm not surprised. He still wants his wife back, mainly probably because it's a matter of saving face. If people were to learn he allowed his wife to be taken and killed, he probably it would look bad on him. This was the lady crying. I don't think there's anything in here. I think we've got everything we can in here. And now we need to go back to Milan and speak to Tokka. Can we not go out that door? No. Okay, so where's our way out then? Ah, there's a guard there. Oh, he's not going to talk to us. I'm trying to find the way out, to be fair. That was where he was it not? Or I might be getting confused with directions, to be fair. Right, there's nothing this way. There's ropes going up. There's no upward way out. I think I'm getting confused with directions at this point. No, I think we have found the way out. It's a little bit confusing. Yeah, we're back to the tavern. I was getting a bit confused with directions then. Right. So we have done the assassination mission. We've killed Englewin. And we have agreed to help the king. How much that backfires on us later is a different story. Now, the armour we tried to get yesterday and struggled massively. We need to come all the way back down here to go to Milan. Before we do, I would like to get this armour. I think we should clear slums. There's only basically 4 wealths to get, the 2 main and 2 minis. One's in Guinevere Church we must have missed. But I think while we're here, I think it is worth trying to clear these. I'm assuming they're not mission related. We shall find out in a second. If we can get to it. Seems further away than what you think it is, to be fair. It's right on the edge of where the main part of Paris is. I also want to get in a fight at some point, so we can use the scythe, to be honest. Okay. Is it in? I think it's in. Right. Something's down below. Okay, we can't get in from this side. But I think we need to find a way to break the door from the other side. Oh, rats. Now, we know these things can be... Where am I meant to be getting them off to? They don't seem to have a hole to go in, do they? Whereas normally I'm running out of stamina. I think I can shoot the door from here, to be fair. I think I can. Yeah. There we go. Door's done. So yeah, the rats... straight over hills there. They don't go in the water. There's no hole to get them down. So I think they're just to stop you from getting a perfect shot. But now I don't think the armor's in here. There's a chest though and a note. Brother Albert, my news is grim. The heathens march ever closer and food grows short. The peasants now eat a dish known as rorage. You know about rorage? Something more awful than it sounds. How can they digest those awful naked tales? Even worse tidings, 7 brothers of the monastery are missing and believed lost. Brother Gilliam and the rest ventured into the flooded crypt to retrieve some holy relics. A great treasure, but you have yet to emerge. Pray for us, Brother Jules. So, some of these people from the church have actually gone where we need to go. We just need to find a way down. So, it's a flooded crypt. How do we get into it? That is my question. I wonder if it is just underwater, where the rats are. Maybe there's a point to dive. Is there anything up here? No, nothing up here. I think basically we have to go outside. I can't see an entrance in here. So I'm thinking they've dived into this water. Oh, is that the crypt? Ah, that's the crypt, I believe. And now we have to go underwater. Okay, we're getting there. I will say Paris seems a little bit more confusing to work out your way round than England was. England was very simple when it comes to working out where you're heading, what was next. Paris is definitely a little bit more confusing. But then it's just a matter of taking your time and figuring out as you go. So this should be where the armor is. I'm expecting rats. I can hear rats already. Gotta be careful with your attacks because obviously we've only got a limited amount of stamina. Alright, so our treasure's in there. There's a door to break off here. Missed it. And there is something over there. More underwater. The reason I'm just checking... Ah, no, we need to go underneath. It's over here. Thank you. See the red eyes, they're after me. See the red eyes of the rats. Wow. Okay, they do go through pretty quickly, don't they? Thing is, I need to get these out enough so I can open this chest. And I'm about to run out of stamina. I can't loot the chest because the rats get to me. And you can't kill rats. So I think they sap your energy pretty quickly, don't they? I haven't saved it for a while. Come on, jump up. I haven't saved it for a while. Whew. Okay, I'm in a predicament. Right, okay, arrows do scare them off. Man, they get you quickly. Okay. I think I'm kind of made a mistake here because I've got to try and somehow get away from the... I can loot the chest now. There we go. Oh, another scythe. We now have a second scythe. I basically, I think, going to have to run this way quickly before these rats get to me. Right, I think we're good. Now, there are more rats over here. Waterlogged note, Brother Jules, calamity has struck us. You were right to warn us not to venture into this hellish pit to recover the sacred relics. We fear the demon rats shall devour us. We shall begin digging our way out. Pray for us. I'm assuming that can't be broken. I'm assuming that's the body of them trying to dig their way out. What I'm going to do, I'm only going over here because I want to see if there's anything in that body. No. Okay, so we found the body, there's nothing there. Our way out is actually over here. I think. Now we did say we saw the other armour piece we needed to collect in a previous underground bit, but we couldn't quite figure out how to get down to it. This may be the way to get to it, but that is only a complete guess at this point. This is a dead end, I think. Keeping our marks on level. Yeah, I don't think there's a way out. Oh, there is. Up. Up, 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 up. There we go. We've managed to get out. So we gained a second scythe. Which is good. We found out the rats, when they get hold of you, they are really tricky to get away from. And they do take your health down pretty quickly. So that is something to be aware of. Right, let's have a look at this other scythe. Then my next plan, I think we should try and clear... I want the armour while we're here. And we've got to head back to Mulan. It's all the way down here, so... And then once we're there, we may even activate a rebel mission, have a look at that, I think. But yeah, I definitely think the armour. Let's have a look at this other scythe though first. So this is the other scythe. We can compare, obviously we've upgraded one. I could upgrade this one and just see. It's a Scythe of Tribulation. A unique weapon of unknown origin that is able to be set alight without being damaged. So set your weapon on fire after a successful light or heavy finisher hit. So that one goes on fire. I'm not overly worried about going on fire. So I think we might stick to our current one for the time being. But interesting to see new armour. My other thing is, do we change the cloak? This was the one we got when we got here. This is just for... only allows us to get into St. Guinevere Church. I don't think it's part of anything else. So I think we'll go back to our Frankish travel coat. We'll hold off upgrading for the time being. Right, so we're going to try and find this bit of armour. I'm hoping it's something that isn't a scythe. Would be nice. We did try and get this one yesterday, but I don't think it's the way we went in. It's underneath where we were, and we were there for a mission. And I couldn't see a way. It's a weird jump. A way to get it from where we were. We'll have another look. Let's see if we can figure it out, basically. It's back in the slums. There probably will be rats around, I would assume. And then we'll head back to Mulan, speak to Tokka, see if she's got any information. I assume on the Queen. I assume that's where the story's going next. And then we may even do a rebel mission before finding the Queen. But that symbol that he was talking about with... There's their armour. Straight below us now. Does that mean there's somewhere nearby to get into it? So the king was saying he knows there's a group of people within the church who are obviously not 100% with him for different reasons. Obviously we read the letter. We know why. Because they want to control the king. There's a snake. I hate snakes. Cool. I was about to go and pick it up, but I realised that actually the raven does it for us. But yeah, so they want to control the king. Oh, we found a bureau. I think the armor's in the bureau, you know. Snake. Scythe. 2 hits to kill a snake doesn't bode well, does it? We found a bureau though. This is the Latetia Bureau. Candidate bets on if Ivor will romance the Queen. I didn't even think of that. That's a good point. Well, that's for you guys to decide. I don't mind if we do. I don't really bother with romances. We have got a girlfriend back in Ravensthorpe. We are supposedly still with the Huntress. Not that we've spoke to her for a while. But really paid her any attention. So this is the Assassin's Bureau though. That was here. And obviously we are not an assassin. We chose not to be. We put a clan before the Assassin Brotherhood by choice. But interesting that we're in here. Let's have a look.
Someone did not want them to get inside these ruins. The letter on the body mentioned 3 keys.
I don't think we can get this armour yet. The higher-ups have taken interest in some of them ruins and ordered me off to Champlear, and some of the other boys to Gizicum and Diderum. What they expect us to find out there, I don't know. Those broken stones have been there forever since before Charlemagne himself. At any rate, that's where I'm gone. Seeing as you're stuck in Paris Garden, that old door, we'll miss our dice night. Trust you to pull to safe, easy duty. Haven't forgot what you owe me, don't worry about that. You can buy us both wine with my winnings, we'll drink it when I'm back, Arnulf. So we have a new quest. It's a hidden quest. It's a hidden, it's called hidden. So we need 3 keys to get through this assassin's doorway, which I'm assuming is where this armour is. So the armour we were trying to get before we leave, we can't. But this is an assassin's hideout, or was. Not anymore by the looks of it. But at least we know where it is now. So we might as well fast travel back here. We could travel by foot. I do want to explore a little bit. We've got mysteries to do as well, but let's just keep the main story moving a little bit at the minute. Let's go back and speak to Tokka, see what she has to say. Hopefully see Pierre. I want to get into a fight. I wanted to see the Scythe in a fight. I think it's going to be horrendous, but we'll see. Yeah, it's definitely oversized. And obviously we can upgrade it as well, so it will look slightly better. Not smaller, but it will look better upgraded. We can do that as well in Mulan. Mulan, I don't know how you say it. My pronunciation isn't the best for all these kind of things. Going back to the American Revolution, I can pronounce things for that. It's a lot simpler. Interesting how Charles the Fat views us as the devil. Doesn't know us, but still views us as the devil. That's an interesting one. Okay, so we're back. Let's go and upgrade our scythe. Yeah, it's too big, isn't it? Scythes are generally, the blade is generally nowhere near that size. It's just oversized. You think the length is right? I think it's too long, but it might just look too long because it's on his back.
Something you need.
I've never seen someone, a farmer, carry a scythe on their back before.
May I see your stores?
So maybe that's making me think it looks wrong. We'll all upgrade it to its final form. It didn't really change that much dramatically look-wise. Have you seen the handle though? I've just noticed on the handle now. So, if we come out.
I must take my leave. So long.
And we have got two scythes, I just don't want to use the one that sets itself on fire. We'll get a closer look at the scythe now because look at the bottom of the handle. Now it's in its final form. So the handle now has got spikes on the right at the bottom, which is an interesting one. So you don't have to just use the blade end. Well, it's got two blades, doesn't it? It's got the main pointy blade. That does look incredibly sharp. It's also got a second blade. And now it's also got with a hammer on the end with spikes on. To do a lot of damage with that. Right, we just need to equip the last rune. Yeah, we'll do the increased stun when hitting weak points. It's got a high stun rate, to be fair. It's not fully upgraded. We haven't got enough titanium, I would have said. I don't know how difficult we're going to find things by not upgrading. Let's upgrade that. I'm thinking ahead of defense. I think we're going to start struggling if we're not careful to don't upgrade some of our gear, so I thought we'd better upgrade the robe at least. Hammer, blade and mace. It's an all-in-one, isn't it? It's a definite all-in-one weapon. Right, one thing we haven't done, and we came unstuck. Luckily the autosave kicked in. We haven't saved in a while, and when we played Valhalla previously, I was always saving because you never know when it's going to crash or do something wrong. So it's better to save often with this. But because we've been so used to Odyssey with no manual save and Assassin's Creed 3 with no manual save, I've completely gone out of the habit.
They dishonored our brothers.
Secret will make sure the Franks answer for it.
Right, there are people, townsfolk who are arguing. Where is Tokka? There's a letter here. Ooh. Agent report. This is an assassin agent. My brother, I scouted the ruins west of the slums of Paris as last. Within I found an ancient door bearing a symbol much like the letter A, yet strangely altered. Oh, so this is so he took a tracing of the symbol. Perhaps you know it. The door will not open. While I struggled with it, I caught movement just beyond the edge of my sight. Careful search of the area revealed nothing, yet I cannot banish from my mind the image of a hooded figure. The area may already be in use. I think we must search elsewhere for a new camp. Viva la Rebellion. So the rebels were trying to find a new hideout. And they came across the same door we did. Okay, that's the one we're currently doing, Tokka. So this is... So just as they were in England, the hidden one seemed absent from Francia. What treasures could they have left behind? So we have to find the 3 keys. And once we have the 3 keys, we can open that door to reveal what's inside. But yeah, so the rebels have found the same place. And don't quite know what to make of it, which means they don't know the symbol. Battle report. We won a skirmish with Frankish warriors. None of our warband died, though 2 men took wounds. We slew 5 Franks, took 4 horses, 3 swords, and a bag of hack silver. Best of all, we took a casket of wine. It was full, but now it is not. They drink their spoils, don't they? Right. Let's see if they have any news. Obviously, we've kept our promise to Sigfred because we killed Englewin, which he wanted done because it killed his Jarl.
Wolf-Kissed, you were gone over long. We've had trouble.
Englewin is dead. Though there's a sickness in these Franks I do not understand.
That is very good. It is as I told you. You see now why it is pointless to try to deal with them.
Yet I must. Information with him led me to their king. Charles and I have reached the beginnings of an agreement.
You met with their
It's the
king.
very beginnings of an
Do
agreement.
you make yourself my enemy now? Toka failed to bring me any but you, and now you defy me.
I still think we made the right decision. Let's see if we can change the subject. We can choose I'm on your side, I'm here for my clan, which is true. What was the trouble? Let's try and defer the subject.
You said there was trouble.
There was another attack, and we found our missing watch. Curse those raven starvers, I will gut every one of them! You might have helped prevent this.
Why? What has happened?
You will see what it is you are so eager to make peace with. Toka will show you. I have our revenge to plan.
So they've obviously come under attack. They found their watch that failed, and that's why they got into the main square. Obviously, it's taking us to the morgue.
You remember our missing watch? While you and Siegfried went after Englewin, I searched for them. But they were gone. After the second attack, we found them.
What do you mean? Where were
Come
they?
and see.
Okay, they've done something to the bodies, haven't they? They've mutilated them in some form, or what I'm guessing. Doesn't sound like it's going to be a normal looking body. Let us see. And obviously the Norse people, they have traditions when they die. So depending on what the Norse have done, the Frankia soldiers have done.
Look.
They've completely mutilated them.
These wounds were not made by the sword.
Rats.
Or by animals.
It is the Franks. You said yourself, there is a sickness in them. There is no honor in what they do. These were my friends.
I have seen this before. People disappear sometimes. When they return, they are like this.
So, he said it's not human or animal attacks.
Toka, I need your help. Charles asked me to find his queen.
I still think peace is obviously the best decision for everyone.
Reaching England.
The queen was at Evreux yesterday, in the company of priests. You will find her there.
That's the weird thing as well. You can see the slums of France, how the poor are poor. We didn't see that in England. We saw hard-working farmers.
And bed handsome men and beautiful women? Merde. I have eyes all over Francia, and they see many things.
Yeah, we didn't see any sort of... Why is my controller's just unequipped itself? I don't know why it's fully charged. Never had that for my controller.
Come and see me.
We've still got to do a rebel mission as well. I do want to do a rebel mission for Pierre. Could be plague. You might be right, Lisa.
Even with this proof of the Franks' cowardice before you,
the Norse are seeing it as a slight on them, but I wonder, it could be right. It could be a plague. There's enough slums, rats. They're going to spread illness.
You're right. Your duty is to your own clan, Toka. My duty is to mine. It is why I came to Francia. I will go to Evreux alone.
So we know where the queen is, or
when
was.
When you are done in Evreux, meet us at our forward camp, west of Paris. We have a siege to prepare.
And there's a siege to prepare as well. That'd be interesting. Right. I think you're right. I think the bodies are plague-ridden.
To keep Charles's armies from England, I must find his queen. She was seen with priests at Evreux. That is where I must go.
So we need to do Evra next. I think we're going to try a rebel mission as the next thing. We haven't done one yet, so it'd be good to try. Evra is a completely new area to us. It's all the way over here. Ah, that's a hidden one key there. These little missions. Okay, so these are all Pierre. That's the Queen. All the way over there. We haven't really explored much. And it looks like we're going to get a chance to. Shouldn't keep the bodies lying around if it's plagued. Burn them. Absolutely. But that's the weird thing. We've seen no evidence in England of anything similar. Yet here, in France, it seems to be widespread. The poor are in slums. Sanitation isn't the same as England. We saw the poor in England, but they were farmers and they were still working. And we saw displaced people because of fighting and that kind of stuff. But it was nowhere near. Pardon me. There was nowhere near as bad as Francia. Francia is very disjointed. The poor are poor, and are living in slums. The church definitely has the money.
We all have our off days. Not me, just other people.
I think it's because we failed the mission. Because we didn't do it. Oh, we still got 300. Well, so we didn't do it, and we still gained 60 coins for not doing it.
So, what will it be?
What do you have?
I don't know how we killed it, but we did do it. 50, it's 150, 50. I don't know when we can buy equipment. I'm assuming we have to get infamy level up to be able to buy equipment for him. So, some of the loyalists and stampists have been making children in the village watch while they beat their parents. I think that sounds like a good one. It's nearby. Let's do this one.
So it begins. Good luck, Evar.
We'll track the quest. Make my life simpler. We've got to basically kill the enemies. And it is there. There is a small wealth there as well. Oh, there's a large wealth actually. What we'll do is let's ride. We may even stop on the way and do the mystery. Don't think we've done a mystery in Paris yet. So yeah, I think that's probably a good plan. I suppose I should really get a French horse at some point. Although our Irish horse does look quite good. But yeah, we'll do the mystery, and then we'll head and do this not a pantomime mission. And then we don't have to hand it in straight away, so we can still head north to where the Queen should be. And see what we got there. But yeah, we failed the rebel mission, but still gained rewards for it, so that's interesting. It's minimal. We did get rewards. Curious what this mystery is going to be. Mysteries are always, if you play the base game, you know the mysteries can be tricky to figure out. Some are simple, some aren't. It's just all going to be a case of looking at the clues, trying to figure out what it needs us to do. That's a viewpoint that there. We got another. Is there another mystery? There's two mysteries here. Okay, two mysteries in the same place. One is there, and one is behind it. That's interesting. Oh, it's our favourite Carnstones. Now, we did have a Carnstones back in England take us 2.5 hours. I don't give up easily, let's put it that way. But we have another Carnstones. So let us hopefully do this fairly quickly. We haven't done them in a while. It's not starting off well, is it? Right, what I'm thinking this large one. As the base. That looks good. Yep, it's looking nice and solid so far. I don't mind cairn stones, to be fair. I find them fairly relaxing when they go right. When they don't, they can be a pain. Right, am I chancing it maybe? That's going to fall. I did wonder. Oh, it stayed and I picked it up again just in case. And then this one, all we're going to do is just drop this one on top. Nice and gently. And we've done. Cairn stones are simple, you've just got to be methodical with it. That works really well in the end. So 2 mysteries close by to each other is interesting. So let's have a look at this other mystery. Oh. The other mystery has lots of white glowing parts. Are they bombs? Are they bombs or are they something else? Don't know. I also don't know what we need to do here. There's arrows nearby. Oh,
what?
Enemy.
Impossible! I cannot be seen! I cannot be found! I am not visible!
It's a hunter. Downside for us is obviously a lot of our equipment
Never mind your sharp, godless eyes. You will not take me.
Isn't powerful because we haven't upgraded much of it. He also missed us. He takes quite a while to reload. We took a hit there. Oh, we took a big hit. Oh, so they're bombs. They are bombs. Oh, I'm really struggling with the buttons as well. So this is some hunter. I don't know who he is. Why he's here?
I will never let you best me in the lovely name of
Trying to get his foot. Because his foot's obviously a weak point. I will say the Cypher's very good reach, which obviously helps. I've got no clue why we're fighting this guy. I'll give you that. But he did go for us first. I want that foot. There we go. So I'm assuming the last one is on his back, probably. They normally are. Got me there. He's trying to get his bow up. I'm definitely not used to the fighting system again yet. I can definitely tell that one. We've killed him though. But I don't understand who he is or why we're here. Yeah, the free what? Yeah.
Cattle die, kinsmen die, cowards who hide in mud and leaves.
So it was a Frankish nobleman, and there was a letter. I definitely need to get back into combat a little bit better. That was a struggle where it shouldn't have been. Admittedly, if we upgraded our scythe more, it'd be easier. We gained a critical spark rune and a ration. We gained a letter. Let's have a look at the letter. That might explain a little bit more about what was happening there. The letter will be... Oh no, I don't sell anything. That's why I've got so many runes. They're collectibles. His letter might. That's Legend of Oregon. No, it's not. It's not a collectible. But I thought it would have been. Maybe it was a collectible. I didn't see it. The Bala of the Formians. Don't think it was Bala. Wasn't the Morrigan. That's no. I've got so many different things. I don't know which one was to do with that guy. It said he had a letter on him, but it didn't tell us what the letter was. So I'm kind of confused of what it was. Oh, got more stuff here. Quest items. Woody letter. So this is his letter. It didn't seem like you used. I didn't use abilities, no, either. I used the axes, I think, once. I've got to get back into it, I must admit. We're going to struggle otherwise. Right, so this is the letter he had. This may give us a bit of clue about who he was and why. He reminded me a little bit of the Ragnar Lothbrok's men that you killed throughout the base game. That's what it reminded me of. So, Amric, greetings brother, I hope this letter reached you in good fortune. I myself have found favour amongst the admiring residents here. They crowd the arena I stand upon at Cutula de Sign. That's probably completely wrong pronunciation. Waiting only to cheer my name when I'm victorious over a northern invader. In the meantime they busy themselves with provender. Alas, not one has come yet to find me, though they must surely have heard talk of me. Herbert de Leboyne, adored by many, feared and fabled scourge of northerners. I made sure to yell my name at every tavern, boasting of my undeniable skill. I also sent letters to the northerners' camps, though I am doubtful they know letters, such as the dimness of the heathen minds. So it's a Frankish guy who doesn't like the northerners, doesn't like us, the Norse. When the first northern fall comes to challenge, I will write again with detail of each victorious blow. So he was there to kill northerners. That was the whole point of him being there, was to kill people like us. So, okay, at least it explains it a little bit, I suppose. But even so, it's a little bit odd. But it's a mystery, so I think it's to like similar to the Ragnar Lothbrok brothers in arms. They wanted to die to join him in the afterlife. This guy wants to kill the Norse because he just doesn't like them and thinks they're stupid, by the sounds of it. Oh, we've actually got enough to get the skill which I want. It's one of the new skills. So we'll regain health slowly over a period of time. What we'll do, we'll do a quick save over here. We're actually near where the Queen is. No, we're not. We're actually near where this rebel mission is. We've got about 20 minutes left. So yeah, we're going to head up here. There's a wealth here, and there's this. This is the rebel mission. So at least we've cleared two. There's bombs everywhere here. We've cleared two of the mysteries. So these are traps he laid. So yeah, by the sounds of it, he laid out a challenge to any Norseman that dared face him, and we stumbled upon him without knowing. Struggled, admittedly, to beat him, but we did it. I want a new bow. My bow is frustratingly annoying. I like the ones that are a little bit slower, but do more damage. I prefer a good bow. Skills I've definitely got to use more. That's a wolf. Wolf's dead. We'll get our arrows back. There we go. Oh, could hear it, and then I saw it. I think that's one of the first animals we've actually killed while we're here. Right. So So we are very close to where we're actually heading. I think if we put a shield on him whilst carrying this scythe, I think it would look silly and awkward. So I'm pretty happy using it two-handed. So obviously in Ireland we didn't see snakes, whereas here we are. Yeah, when he's holding it, it doesn't look brilliant, but I think with a shield it'd look even worse though. In fact, let's just quickly put a shield on. I've got a feeling it's going to look horrendous though, because it's a two-handed weapon. I can't remember what shield, I think it was the Morgus shield. Right, let's put this on. What do you think of this look? I hate that. It's a two-handed weapon, it should be used two-handed, in my opinion. I know people like dual-wielding spears, and I tend to go more realism, I do. I think, yeah, I'm not a fan of the shield. Yeah, it's not good, is it? Hopefully we get a one-handed sword or a new axe or something, and once we do we'll get rid of the scythe and that's what we'll use. So I actually can't block with the shield, with the scythe. That's me blocking. It's a flurry of attacks. It's not a block anymore. A little bit weird. Right, these are the people we need to kill then, I think. And our rebels need to stay alive. So there's 4 people here to kill. I don't know where the rebels are. Got a feeling that guy's going to see me the minute I do anything. Yeah, headshots aren't going to matter from this distance. I'd rather not get seen while we do this, if possible. My rebels are over there. I can call them in to help. I wasn't going to get seen, but I've kind of. One's down. I've got no arrows left. Why is it? So this guy is one of these ones that's got flames on their back. Actually, I've got no arrows left. Okay, I'd rather not have the fire in my eyes, to be fair. He's dead. I've got 1 arrow. That guy's running away. Right, we completed the rebel mission at least. We succeeded in our first rebel mission. We have gone up infamy. So infamy, you have completed a rebel mission and gained infamy with the rebels. Each time you increase your infamy level, new upgrades, armor, runes and cosmetics are unlocked. Visit Pierre to see the new selection of items that are available to you. So now we've gone up in level, we've unlocked new items that we can spend the coins we earn on. Just why the weapons in Assassin's Creed at least look decently realistic. I think that's the problem with Valhalla, is they've tried to please people with weapons that are not realistic. And no, I'm not a fan of them in the slightest. I always like, oh, we've got to find a key. I always prefer realism. My key's there. It's down a well. I try and go for realism in terms of the armour, the weaponry. That's why I don't use the Isu weapons. I prefer realism. But a lot of people like the non-realistic look. These dual-wielding these spears that have this big old Isu glow. It's never been my thing. So yeah, I try and keep it realistic. As much as possible that you can. For an Assassin's Creed game, of course. But yeah, a lot of people do like these shiny weapons. I know there's an armor set you can get that these white type wings things come out the back. You can't fly or anything, but it kind of makes these wings show up, and I just don't see the point. But everyone's really into it. I think we're in a minority, Lisa, in that kind of sense. It's not World of Warcraft. No, it's not exactly. But I do honestly think we're in a minority, because it seems that a lot of people like a lot of this new stuff. That's unrealistic. Just see if there's anything else to grab while we're here. Doesn't look like it. I gained some arrows back. We do need more. So here is a new rebel mission. There is a mystery here. We're still trying to... I took off the mission, didn't I? So actually tell us where it is. We've got to return to Pierre at some point to hand in that mission. Our infamy level's already gone up, to be fair. I think we should go to probably mystery here, viewpoint, because at least then we can fast travel back here. Then maybe head back to Pierre to have a look what we can buy with our rebel gains. We are running rapidly out of time. We've got about 15 more minutes. But yeah, I think we'll head for the mystery and then viewpoint and have a look at time. Because if we've got the viewpoint, at least we're close to where the Queen is. When when I basically want a new weapon already. The scythe, just, yeah. Everyone's excited for the scythes. I'm not so much. Just, yeah, there's something about it that doesn't do it for me. I know a lot of people are excited for them. When you have a massive wear in the end of it, long stick, you can plainly see the weapon just isn't practical. Yeah, exactly. I don't know whose guards they are. But yeah, it's obvious it's not practical. And it looks clumsy. The one-handed sword with a shield looked a lot more natural. This just looks clumsy. And yeah, I'm not a fan of that. So we can hand this... I don't know if we can hand this mission in here. Or we have to hand it into Pierre. Let's see. Oh, they won't talk to us. So I believe we have to hand it into Pierre. Right, there's a mystery inside the church. There is also a wealth here and a key.
Who disturbs our worship?
Merde. It's the northern one. In the darkest hour, when demons come, call on me, brother, and we will fight.
I've got to kill the... Alright, okay. I like... The good thing about it is if you've got multiple enemies, like we used to do with Odyssey and things.
Maybe they left something to explain their behavior.
I hope they left something to actually... Yeah, I'm hoping they left something to explain why they just attacked us off the bat. We walked in, they attacked us. The reach is good, and when you swing round, it catches more than one person, which is good. If you're in a group fight, I think it'd work really well. It doesn't look right.
And found fickle solace in a new one.
Oh, so they went for a new god. I think Lord of the Rings did a great job on weapons. Lord of the Rings was really cool weapons, to be fair. I like the bows that Legolas used, and Gimli's axe. An axe for his size, but it fitted his size perfectly. It wasn't oversized, it wasn't undersized. It was just that right size for him. So in light of Old Father's failings, we seek to follow our new father, the powerful North god Odin. They were praying to Odin. He who shall provide, and he who shall give us what we do not have. He shall give us new courage and new life. This is a list of grievances against the Old Father. Merrin's daughter drowned in the river. Elderloft taken away on us. Gunther's lost love. Piss and filth on the streets. Sacking of villages. Continue death and sickness. Prayers not answered. Help not given. Things known about the new father. Enjoys mead and wine. Has one eye that sees all. Likes ravens. So these three people were praying to their new god. Which is they've decided that Odin is now their new god. and they saw us as someone trying to interrupt and stop them worshipping Odin, so they attacked us, and we killed them for it. Got a chest key, so there's a chest nearby, I would have suggested, and there's also some rats nearby looking across there. So I'm assuming in the house is my chest. Ah, they actually can't get back into their home. Someone's placed a box in the way of their home. So I need to get these rats away from where the box is, remove the box. Well, I've done it. Now we can attack the rats from the front, and they should go back in their home. There we go. Someone has stupidly put a box in their home. Door barred. It's not. Okay, this is the chest. We've got the key already. Tungsten ingot. Nothing brilliant. But yeah, someone actually blocked the rat's home. Right. What did I say I was going to do? They were stylish, but yeah. Sorry, as I say, I read the same comment twice. Let's head for the viewpoint. And then what we'll probably do, we are rapidly running out of time, is we'll probably fast travel back to Pierre. I want to hand in the rebel mission we did, and then tomorrow evening we can fast travel back to here to continue our journey towards the Queen. But I want to see what weapons we've got from Infamy level 2. Birds seem a little bit more friendlier than they were previously. Because yeah, it's just every time you go up an Infamy level, it seems, from what I've noted, what it said, you get new weapons available to unlock. Whenever I see an abandoned house on its own, it makes me think there's going to be something in it. Doesn't mean there is. It's the first thing I notice. But yeah, there's a lot. You can see the land is at war. There's a lot of war between the Franks and the Norse, and probably other people that we haven't known about, bandits and things like that. There's a lot of burnt out buildings, farmland, just decimated the countryside. Right, there's our viewpoint up there. I don't know why. There we go, that was the whistle. This is a view. There's supposedly a key here as well. This is one of the keys to the underground assassins' doors that we found. So we'll have a look at that while we're here, I think. So this is a ruins. There's a wolf here.
Flag. What are they doing there?
Frankish flag. There's a wolf here as well. More wolves. There were soldiers here, by the sounds of it. So something's going on underneath, I would have suggested. Obviously we need a key, and we want the synchronization point. Can't see soldiers currently. There is something under the ground that we need to get to. Oh, I should have shot the ladder down. Just realised I could have done that from up there. There we go. So that's why I missed the jump. There was no ladder there. Why is it... Okay, there's a new symbol on the map I've not seen before. There is a pole. Weird, I've not seen that symbol before. Let's figure that one out in a second. Let's get the viewpoint done. And then we'll figure it out. So we've got to find a key here. There's also a book of knowledge by the looks of things. And whatever that pole thing is, unless that is the symbol of the key. And the only reason I know there's a key here is because it actually said so on the map. Otherwise I wouldn't have known. That's the only reason I know there's a key here. So the underground entrance might be actually... There's a couple of wealths here. Alright, there's some loot here. Opal, obviously. Right, there's another wolf over there. I bet there's several wolves here. Is that one down? Okay, I can't climb. I was going to climb straight down. But I can't or we'll die. But there is a book of knowledge here. There was a second wolf. Where have you gone? Before he attacks me from behind. So all the men are down. There we go. There's my wolf. Obviously... Oh, that wolf is quick. Obviously our scythe is slower and it takes him longer to swing it. Yeah, you back off and you're just going to go down the arrows, then, aren't you? Okay, now let us read the note and see what it says. Captain, send some of your best men to search for various ruins located near Paris at Champlain, Gisicum and Diderum. So this is a note about where the keys are. Do not tell them what they're looking for or why, only that whatever they find must be surrendered to you immediately. Deliver any items to my attendant with the utmost haste. This action requires the most careful discretion, for which I assure you will both be held accountable. So, similar to the note we saw in the Brotherhood underground area. So very similar to that. So they are looking for the keys. And I've got a feeling this will be the exit. Yeah, that's the exit. Generally, that's the habit I have. It's really annoying that we generally find the exit before we find the entrance. So there is an entrance somewhere else to get in. Now it could be it's actually the underwater part. If we jumped off from the viewpoint, the entrance could actually be underwater. Because the viewpoint does allow you to jump off. So I've got a feeling underwater is our entrance. I think. Yes. Here it is. Yeah, I do. Ah, look, another assassin.
The hidden ones on this wall. There's a small slit at the bottom.
So this is one of the secret entrances to something to do with the hidden ones. And a hidden blade opens the door. That's cool. So it can only be opened with a hidden blade.
Time to see what lies ahead.
I like that. That is really, really cool. So hidden blade has a massive use then. Okay. So there's a big hole in the floor there. We obviously need to blow that up. We can actually do it from here. Because if we do that and that, we should be able to. I want to miss the oil jars, that's one thing I'll make sure. There we go. Door's open. I believe we're going to have to go into the water. Let's get down there. There's some loot down here as well. And one of these ways should lead us to what we just blew up to get into. We can actually go up here. I just wanted to grab anything else that's here. There we go. Okay, not there. Maybe it wasn't as simple as I actually thought it was. There's me thinking it was really simple. Maybe it wasn't. Ah, there we go. Just finding your way round. So this was the wall we blew up. And in here we have a key. One of the 3 we need.
2 to go. Should find the other ruins.
Let's read the note first. That's a mystery solved as well. So that's quite cool how they've done this. Brothers, with the departure of the Brotherhood from Britannia, following the death of Imperator Honorius, our work here in Paris is at an end. The cold wind that blows across Britannia has reached the shores as well. As Magister Vitus said, we must leave and regroup to focus their attention where it is most needed. All hidden ones are ordered to vacate Paris immediately. The bureau will be sealed and the 3 door keys hidden in the ruins at Champlain, Diderum and Gizicum. Maybe that at a future time when present misunderstandings have been forgotten, others will need of it. Vitus has extended an open welcome to the Bureau in Cologne to any who would make that journey. For those who choose to do so, I will meet you there. So, similar to England, where the hidden ones have all departed and left the bureaus, it's a very similar situation. Do I remember when the Romans left Britain? No. Have you got a hypothesis in mind? Let me have a quick look up. Romans leave. So the Romans left 388 AD to 400 AD. Why? What were you thinking? You've got an idea of something, haven't you? I don't recognise the name. So this is the death of Imperator Honorius. I don't recognise the name. That was obviously the head person. Rats, small rats, small rats. I definitely think there's nothing else in there to do. We have gained everything from there. Pretty sure. Okay, rats are here. They're just trying to get home. That's quite good when you can actually destroy... Something's blocking their route underground. You destroy it and the rats can then go underground again and happy days you can get past. Works really well. Okay, so we've cleared. You think it would have all the assassins left at the same time? So the only thing I'm not 100% sure. We've cleared this. What was going? There's another chest here. What I'm going to do? We're going to fast travel to Paris. I just want to have a quick look at something as well. Good men, the ruins cannot be accessed by normal means. Thanks to ball winds fall into the pond, a few of us have discovered another entrance below the body of water. Arm yourselves before making your way there, for there may have been Norsemen around those parts. So they knew the entrance was underwater, but they didn't quite do it. So we've cleared this. Yeah, viewpoint's done, we've cleared. So we can fast travel back to this viewpoint whenever we're ready. Let's fast travel back to this. We are about to finish. I just want to see Pierre. And while we're loading into the fast travel, when did the Norse attack Paris? So the Vikings first attacked Paris in 845, so 845 AD. They returned 3 times in 860s, and they attacked them again in 885. So the siege of Paris was 885. It's what the The note says they're leaving because of misunderstandings, and they may come back when when people have forgot what they've been doing. So obviously they've been caught out, it sounds like, or accused or something. But yeah, the assassins left England for similar reasons, I think. I'm trying to remember what the note said, but I think it was similar reasons. Whereas these are saying they've had to leave because in Paris there's been something's happened. But yeah, I'd say they could have left the same time as the Romans, to be fair.
Stop this infernal mewling, else I swear I will turn you into soup.
He's having a go at the cat. So yeah, we're looking at 400 years later, but there is a chance the Brotherhood did leave Paris with the Romans then around that time. Because it's about a 400-year difference.
Well done, Evo.
But it would make sense. We don't know how long they've been gone for. So we completed the rebel mission. This is what I wanted to check. We've got a reward. 250. We got our 1 times multiplier for our infamy level.
I did not take you for a lover of cats.
I am not. One of the rebels picked it up during a mission. Nearly cost the fool his life.
Animals are true-hearted. That cat will be a loyal companion to the end of its life.
I doubt it. Felines are crafty, sly.
So he's not a fan of cats.
Follow their own agendas. Much like myself. Once he has had his fill of food and drink, I predict a quiet disappearance. Speaking of disappearances, the loyalists grow fewer. Our missions are going.
We've only really done one mission successfully.
Detecting some sentiment.
We are making small change, but it is not enough. And it matters not, so long as we make a profit. What do you want to do?
We want to have a look at your wares. There we go. I need upgrades. So this is, we got to infamy level 2, which is basically we've done one mission. We failed one because we didn't go and do it, and we did one successfully, and now we've got upgrades. Bayek would definitely not approve of not liking cats, would he?
What can we do for the rebels?
And to be like fair, Ivor likes cats, he likes all animals. Right, rewards. This is interesting, there's training involved. So completing rebel missions earns deniers, which can be used to... I'm probably... Dinas maybe. Which can be used to purchase upgrades, armour, runes and cosmetics from Pierre's shop. Visit Pierre each time you increase your infamy level to see his selection. So every time we increase the infamy level, his selection will change. Upon successfully completing a rebel mission, Ivor earns infamy. Each infamy level unlocks access to new upgrades, armor, runes. That's basically repeated itself twice. And infamy is basically how much the French people know about us and the rebels. So we can upgrade field supplies, and every time we accept a solo rebel mission, arrows, rations and adrenaline are fully replenished. We can add another rebel to our ranged squad. We can upgrade 2 ranged rebel attackers to marksmen, which makes them more effective. Your ranged rebel attackers train as archers, upgrading their slings to bows. So we haven't used the range, we didn't even use the normal ones. They kind of ran in a little bit. Currently the ranged rebels use slings. They will have bows. Your rebel melee fighters train as soldiers, upgrade from the pitchforks to spears. That would be why we didn't really see too much of the rebels, because they're fighting with pitchforks currently. Upgrade 2 rebels to swordsman, and add a rebel fighter to our squad. So that's our training for rebel missions. That's probably quite interesting to max out. I think that would make them harder, easier. We have gear. So we have the Reaper's Pants. They cost nothing, they're free. It's our first piece of armour, other than the cloak. It's part of the Reaper set. Why can't I buy it? It says it's free. Okay, for some reason I'm not allowed to buy it, but although it says it's free. We've got runes here as well. The shadow and a... Oh! So these runes, which you can't buy anything. It's not allowing us to buy a single thing in the shop for some reason. But the runes have 2 effects. Normally the runes we've got from England only have 1 perk, 1 upgrade. The runes from the shop, Pierre's shop, have 2. Now that's interesting. That means you're going to be able to spec out your person better. My only annoyance is for some reason we can't actually buy anything. I don't know why. I'm going to go back to him. I'm going to come out and go back to him. I want to see if I can actually buy anything. For some reason, it's not letting me buy the equipment. We've handed in the... Did it just give us those stuff? We gained a tattoo. No. We gained a tattoo. I think that was it. Let's try. I just want to see if I can buy anything. Or we have to wait till infamy level 3. Or it's going to be a glitch. I don't think it'll be a glitch. Stopping us buying. Right, these are all here. We have looked through these. Can we buy? So now the price has changed. We had a little bit of a technical issue, but it's now changed. It's 400 coins, dinas, whatever you want to call them, for the Reaper pants, trousers, boots. The runes are 200 each. We can afford one of those. I like the fact that they're giving more than one perk. Obviously I'm not fussed about the tattoos, but the perks for them are quite good. Especially stealth and assassination damage going up as 1. The main thing would be the save, I think, for the boots. And obviously we can do the upgrades as and when. I kind of want the equipment.
That's all for now. What
I
do
think
you want
first.
to do?
We're done. I'll be back later.
Well,
so,
you know
that is us finishing for this evening. So we've done a little bit. We've defeated Englewin. We got naked to do so. And I think the dramatic assassinations were quite effective. I think they worked fairly well. It was definitely a dramatic assassination. So I think they do work. And I like the fact you have the choice about how you go about the mission. The assassinations were cool. Yeah, I like the fact you have that choice. You choose how you want the mission to turn out. Obviously, there was probably more than one way of doing it. But that was the one we got, and that's the one we followed. And I'm assuming they're all going to be individual. Now, I suppose, if I was clever enough, I should have saved beforehand and tried all the different types of ways to do it, but I didn't, so we can't. But I like it. I think that's really good how that works. And yes, it's very old school. So we also gained the Golden Flame Book of Knowledge. So attach an explosive to an enemy that detonates after a short delay. There's no point adding it. It's not something we'd use, I don't think. In fact, I barely used a lot of the skills anyway, to be honest. I probably should use them more than I do. I don't even use Shoulder Bash. Blinding Rush, Kick of Tie, Poison Strike, Feign Death. I don't see the point of Feign Death. The arrows I use, I remember to use them. The Dive of the Valkyries, I don't use, but I've got it on there. I don't use the Harpoon. And Rush and Bash, I keep forgetting I've got it and I don't use it. And we haven't used the rats yet. That's the other one we need to try out. You think I should use the new abilities? Okay, so if that's the case, I'm all good for doing them. That's not an issue. I do like to use what we're gaining. What do we get rid of? Obviously, I want to keep the axes. We need to use the rats. We need to test that one out. The Golden Flame, I think. The only thing for me is how realistic would that be? And also, can't really do it as a stealth situation, but I'll put it in. We'll give it a go. I want to keep the axes, so we have the choice to take away the Harpoon, the Dive of the Valkyries, or the Rush and Bash. Because I don't use any of them, of those 3, and I really should. What should we get rid of? I don't think it really matters. Probably the Harpoon, I suppose. Because we don't use it, I need to remember to use more skills. Take away the Harpoon. Same as Assassin's Creed 3, I'm the same in that. We have all these new skills and stuff, and and weapons and tools, and for some reason it doesn't cross my mind to use them. And I know it should. Right, we have saved. We are done for this evening. So yeah, as like I say, the assassinations were pretty cool, and that's only the first one. I don't know how many there are in total, but I like the fact you pick your way to do it. And it wasn't as simple as find the 2 clues, decide your entrance. You then went into more detail, and it was a bit more elaborate, and I liked that side of things. We need to try out the new abilities as well. Do I like the DLC so far? I do. I'm always very careful in terms of giving an opinion this early in. There's only 4.5 hours in effectively. So I'm always loath to try and to give too much of an opinion because I don't think we've seen enough. But I like the assassinations. As long as they all go in that vein, I don't, if it's a one-off, I'll be a little bit disappointed. But I don't think it will be by the looks of it. The story is interesting. Charles the Fat knows the church are up to no good. He knows there's some bad people in the church. He obviously doesn't love his wife, as he said. It's a political marriage, but he still doesn't want to hurt. I think there's a little bit more to the wife, maybe. Because he's adamant she won't get hurt, she won't get killed. But yet, it seems a bit odd to be 100% sure of that. And obviously you've got Siegfried, that he wants revenge on the Franks no matter what. There's the undercurrent of a plague as well with the bodies. So there's a few different intertwining storylines that are really interesting. And obviously we found a mystery of a guy that was looking to kill Northerners, the Norse. We've only found one of them, didn't know about them beforehand. So they're pretty much like the Drenga from the base game. So that adds a different dimension as well. Frankish noblemen that hate the Norse enough to go out of their way to try and hide, set traps to kill them. All them little bombs he had booby trapped around, he was hiding. Luckily we saw him kind of ish. So yeah, all in all, I am really enjoying it. I'm curious to where all the different intertwining plots lead to. And I'm wondering how that's going to leave England, because obviously there's the undercurrent of Ivor's plan is obviously he doesn't want the French to come to England. Charles the Fat, I can't call him that, Charles, didn't want to rule that out. So there's something there, isn't there? Siegfried seems like a bit of a loose cannon, could cause trouble. He does. He reminds me a lot of, what's his name? I can't remember what his name was now. Ivor's brother. Sigurd. In the early days with Sigurd was very headstrong. Obviously that changed after he was kidnapped, and his outlook completely changed because of what he went through. But yeah, Siegfried, he doesn't seem to want to listen to reason, and I think he reminds me a little bit as well of Ivor, early days. And as time went on in England, Ivor grew and went more diplomatic. But yeah, I think Siegfried could cause trouble later on. Charles Le Gros. Is that Charles the Fat by any chance? But yeah, I think Siegfried probably could cause us an issue down the line. If we can get this agreement done with Charles, I've got a feeling Siegfried will be there to ruin it. Tokka seems very much on his side. She doesn't like seeing her friends killed and their bodies the way they are. And I think you're right with the plague. I think the rats are spreading a plague. That would be the obvious answer to me at this point. And there's a lot of slums and disease and poverty that would make a lot of sense. But yeah, I think Charles the Fat, I'm going to have to call Charles the Fat, just seems so wrong. It's not something I'd normally say. So I think I'd just call him Charles. And to be fair, he's not overly fat. He's not. We've seen bigger people in the game. So I don't know why he's got that name, but I've got a feeling maybe because of the way he enjoys the luxuries in life while these people starve. It could be something along them lines, maybe. But that's a little bit of a reach on my part. But that is it for this evening. We are finished. We will be live again tomorrow evening, same time, where we carry on. The plan is we'll do Valhalla, the Siege of Paris, until we're finished, and then we're back on Assassin's Creed 3 as our main playthrough game, followed by the DLC, followed then by Liberation, and then we go from there. And it looks like Assassin's Creed 4 or Rogue next after that. Next week there will be daytime live streams. They won't start as early as normal, but it will hopefully happen on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, because my other half and little boy are out for the day, all 3 days. Obviously I can't go, but time wise I'll let people know on the Discord a little bit closer to time, because they're used to organising things. I would assume it's just an all-day thing. They'll be out from about 10ish maybe, so I'll let people know close to the time. But yeah, there will be daytime streams next week. We'll try and do the evening streams, and also next week I believe Black Panther is out for Avengers, so that'll be something we want to have a look at as well some point next week. But I think that's it. So thank you all very much for joining us. Thank you for the views, the likes, the comments and the conversation. Lisa, thank you very much. Anyone else that's in the chat or watching in the background, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. And we will see you again tomorrow evening for more The Siege of Paris. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye bye.